Well, you thought you could get rid of me, but guess again, here I am. Hi guys, and for those of you who are new, my name's Jane, I like to draw. And today, I'm pleased to introduce a new series on my channel. Yay, yippee! In this series, I'll be reimagining monsters from movies and video games as Monster High characters, which I've got a list outlined of monsters that I want to tackle in the future, written down somewhere in a notebook, but I'm always open to suggestions, so feel free to leave a comment down below if you're like, oh my god, I really need to see this movie monster as a Monster High character. Always open to suggestions. Now, I do want to preface before we get into things that I am an entry-level Monster High fan, okay? I own one doll. I've seen Boo York maybe once. I've seen that new, live action one once, and that was enough for me. So, I'm not as acquainted with all the intricacies as I am with ponies, okay? Which, by the way, if you're new and you're just joining, I've got a whole playlist called The Pony Zone, so if you're a pony fan, go check that out. We just finished a pretty intensive 6 or 7 week series where I turned all the main 6 pony characters into Nightmare Moon versions of themselves, so have fun with that. I'm also gonna let you guys know up front, we are not doing the back-to-back weekends thing again, okay? It was just too much with the ponies. Towards the end, I was really dragging my corpse uphill, oh my god, too many ponies. So this series is gonna be a bit more spaced out. I'm gonna be posting sketchbook tours and traditional painting videos in between, so please stick around for those. But yeah, just letting you know, it's not gonna be as boom 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 as the Nightmare series, because oh my god, I'm dead, I die. So we're starting off this series with The Thing, John Carpenter's to be exact, not the Marvel one, okay? Just being clear, John Carpenter's The Thing as a Monster High character. Or, its daughter, if you want to be like that, okay? We're being specific with it. We gotta be clear. But before we get into it, a few quick things. You guys know the drill. If you like my art, if you like this channel, a good way to support is by checking out my store. It'll be linked below. So if you've ever found yourself going, I really like Jane Gumbel's art, I would like to have some. I've got stickers, I've got keychains, and I've got pins for you to check out. And sometimes, on occasion, an adoptable. I love an adoptable, okay? Just updated the store with a sticker collection I call the Main 6 Get Real, which is a very stupid little pony edit series where they're realistic. So you can get them as a set or you can get them individually. And speaking of stickers, have you ever found yourself going, I'm having a pretty lame month. I could really use a pick-me-up. I wish that I could go out to my mailbox and find a really cute, unique sticker in there. That would make my day. Well, I've got good news for you, friend. Every month, I send out a new design to my sticker club. So if you'd like to join, there will be a link to that as well. This month's sticker is extra fancy, so if you join in May of this year, that's 2024, you will receive a holographic Gummy Goo sticker. My god, the new episode of Digital Circus, you guys, I love it, okay? But that's for another video. Anyways. And lastly, if you would like super secret, special, exclusive insight into my work and the stuff that I've got cooking up in the background, please consider joining my Patreon. Specifically, the milkshake tier gets to see everything, and they get a sticker monthly, just like the sticker club. So a little shout out to my milkshakers right here. That's terrible. Maybe I won't call you milkshakers. I don't know. And with that, let's get into the video. So, I was introduced to The Thing just a few months ago, and it's already become one of my favorite movies ever. My friend Sarah showed it to me over Christmas, and I'm obsessed. So, if you haven't seen this movie, I've already made a whole video on this channel talking about, why you should watch this, but it's one of those movies that I wish I could watch again for the first time, so if you haven't had that pleasure, please go and enjoy. I won't spoil the film too much, but it's this really good combination of body horror and psychological horror where you get this really good sense of like isolation and paranoia. Oh, it's so good. You gotta go watch it. Anyways, the inspiration for this little YouTube series was basically me going, okay, but what if she was a Monster High character? What if she was Monster High? That'd be really cool, actually. And you know, as they say, be the change you want to see in this world. So here we are. I also get to LARP that I'm a doll designer, so thank you all for indulging me. And again, disclaimer, for all of you level 57 Monster High fans who've just joined the chat, I know next to nothing. I'm basically just like, ooh, Monster as pretty lady? That's pretty great. I love that. So feel free to correct my monsterisms down below. I appreciate the critique. So we're coming in hot with a creative name like Thea. Thea thing. And poor little Thea here, she grew up in the South Pole, okay? She hasn't had many friends growing up, and she's a little used to social isolation, so there's a lot of adjustment in coming to Monster High, okay? This is a big step for her. And you know, Thea, she's not an attention seeker. She'd much rather blend in with the crowd, you know? She just wants to fit in. She's so good at blending in fact, that nobody even knows that she attends Monster High until like 2 months into the school year. And I imagine this is after her getting in trouble for framing other students for saying some out-of-pocket stuff. I don't know. I feel like that's within her nature. And I imagine she'd get under people's skin in more ways than one, due to the fact that she's the type of person to copycat others to an annoying extent. You have an interest? Suddenly that's her interest too! And unfortunately, as a one-way mirror to everybody, she's a friend to all, but also a friend to none. Her only real discernible interests that are genuinely hers seem to be a love of dogs, she's got a little husky named Devil, and the game Among Us. She is very incredibly good at Among Us. Which, by the way, fun fact, did you know that Among Us was partially inspired by John Carpenter's The Thing? Whoa, full circle. So it's fun rewatching The Thing with that lens being like, whoa, this is like if they made an Among Us movie in the 80s. That's pretty cool. So yeah, she can shapeshift physically and socially, but she's pretty shy about shifting in front of people. I almost said changing in front of people. That sounds wrong. But shifting in front of people, she'd probably be like, oh, don't look at me. This is nasty. Don't look. So she prefers to change in privacy, just like the rest of us. So true, so real. Now, I don't think Thea would make a very good friend to the rest of the Monster High girls, okay? She's kind of one of those people who will be nice to your face, of course, and, you know, be interested in everything that you're interested in and hype you up to your face. But in the company of others, they start trash talking you, she's jumping in, okay? She knows dirt on you now, and she's willing to share it for social currency. Whoa. Now, why does she do this, you might ask? Well, because she's trying to replace you, of course. Thea knows that she's not cool enough to join your friend group on her own merit. Well, at least that's how she feels about herself, and therefore she assumes that's how everyone else feels about her. So, if she perceives you as cooler than her, that's a threat. And you're in trouble. So before you know it, boom, she's wormed her way into your friend group. And then before you know that, boom, suddenly she talks like you, she dresses like you, and she has interests similar to you. And then lastly, you find yourself kicked to the curb because Thea has gone around to all your friends and told them things that she either made up or told from the privacy of your friendship, airing out your dirty laundry, and convinced your friends to vote you off the island. Anyways, that was kind of cathartic. Phew, let's not get too into that. And that's the first Monster High video. Yay, yippee, confetti everywhere. Please let me know what you thought in the comments. I really appreciate the feedback. And before we go, I'd like to thank my patrons. A warm welcome to the Milkshake tier, Mila P. Glad to have you here. And a thank you to Ivy and Orbital Bacon. Hi, guys. Thank you to my $10 patrons, and a warm welcome to Nightbringer Art. Glad to have you here. Thank you to Cloud Fluffy and Lady Letitia. And a thank you to my $5 patrons. Joe, Mistress Mercury, Sweat Drops, Den VH, and Jeff Lutt. Appreciate you guys. If you would like your name read out at the end of these videos, please check out my Patreon. It'll be linked below. And to the rest of you, thank you for watching. Okay, bye.